Welcome to day 3 of MCAS BioFit Challenge. First question, a cell from an organism has the following structures. So I'm focusing on the structures: a nucleus, mitochondria, cell wall, and chloroplast. The organism is most likely classified as which of the following? Look at the chloroplast and what am I thinking? I'm thinking green, I'm thinking plants, maybe algae, certain bacteria, but I'm thinking of what might have a chloroplast. Animal cells, nope, can't do it. Bacterium, fungus, no, they're decomposers. Plants, I know plants make their own food using chloroplast. Right answer. Move to the next one. Which of the following statements best describes the reproduction of both viruses and cells? Well, I've inserted a little video for you to watch, okay, that I'm not going to show right now, but you can watch on your own time. Critical thing with viruses, they do have DNA, they can't reproduce on their own, they need a host, kind of like parasitic response there. So viruses and cells use mitosis to reproduce? Nope. Viruses and cells must have a host to reproduce? Well, viruses must, but not all cells. Viruses and cells need copies of their DNA or genetic material to reproduce? Question mark, everyone needs DNA to reproduce. Viruses and cells must activate polar bodies to reproduce? Makes no sense. Answer, they both need copies of the DNA to reproduce. Now remember, even though viruses have DNA, RNA, they need a host cell to reproduce. And again, watch that video. Because of sport hunting, this is one that's got a lot of words going on, so I'm going to pick out information. Because of the sport hunting and the draining of marshlands, the size of the whooping crane population, so we're talking about populations, reached a low of 16 individuals in 1940. Since then, conservation efforts have been put in place to increase the whooping crane population size. Which of the following actions would most likely increase the size with the least impact on the ecosystem? So they're making me do a little bit of critical thinking here. All right, so let's see what they offer as options. And again, what gives the least amount of effect or impact on the ecosystem? Introducing a new insect species for whooping cranes to eat. Well, we know introducing these species to an ecosystem is not normally a good idea because it could become invasive. Eliminating all wild predators in the whooping crane's habitat. Again, you're messing with that ecosystem, that food web. Establishing protected areas for whooping crane breeding and migration. That's looking good. Counting whooping crane populations by tagging and releasing individual birds. Well, you might keep track of it, but you're not going to affect it. So, ding, 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 you establish protected areas. Then this is something that they do often too in beach areas with birds. So, thanks for coming. Meet me at home for some fit time. Welcome to MCAS BioFit Day 3. Today we're going to show you the squat, the beloved squat. So many variations on this. We're just going to show you a couple today. So there's the regular old squat. People do this very wrong. So people ride knees. Ouch! No. Let's work our legs, quads, right, and our glutes. That's the goal. So one of the things I do when I'm doing any squat in this format is I try to pull up my toes a little bit because it helps make sure that my weight is on my heels and it's sending it back. So that's your standard squat. Then we've got our deadlift. We widen the stance a little bit. Yes? And in this one, legs go wider so I can go a little lower. You can even add, for those of you who want to really make it a challenge, add some weight here. Feel free. Again, scooting that bottom back so weight's on the heels. Third one, and again, people do this wrong. So be careful. Don't ride your knee. Okay, we don't want injured knees. So keeping that knee in line with the heel. And I usually like to make it so I'm not too narrow. This is a center squat. I want you to think merry-go-round and you're a horse and you're going down and up. The beauty of this one, you feel it on the front leg, you feel it on the back leg. Nice control. Again, you are always welcome to add weights to this. Switch to the other leg, same idea. Make your legs about shoulder width apart. Make sure I'm not riding that knee. And I'm going down. If it's too tight, widen your stance. Pull your leg back a little more. Third one, that's side to side. And again, scooting bottom back instead of riding into the knee. Working quad, working glutes. And again, you can always add some arm variation to this. All right, so try some squats today. And I guess they're not squatting.